I'm going to do a CodingBatSting1Example. So the name of this particular one is called non-start, and you are going to be passed two strings, and you're supposed to return those two strings concatenated together, except with the first character of each string omitted. And it says the strings will be of at least length 1, so you don't have to worry about getting past a string with no length at all. You don't have to worry about that case. So for example, if non-start is run with the two strings hello there, it will return hello here, right? It gets rid of the H and it gets rid of the T, and it concatenates, it sticks together whatever's left. So another example, so if the strings are Java and code, it'll return Ava, right? The J is removed from Java, and ode, the C is removed from code. And that's it. So this is pretty easy, but the way coding bats work is you do not typically write the main method. I'm completing some other method. Now the name of this method is non-start, and this method is getting called from some other method, perhaps the main method, but it's getting called from another method, and it's getting passed a string named A and a string named B, and it's supposed to return a string. Now remember, in Java, the way this works is the word in front of the method name says what is getting returned. So again, the method name is called non-start, and a string is getting returned from that method. The things in parentheses are the parameters, that's what they're called, parameters, that are getting passed into the method. So there's a parameter named A, it's a string. There's a parameter named B, that's a string. I know I said this already, but I'm saying it again. So all I have to do is create, and of course there's more than one way to do this. I'm gonna do it a couple of different ways. So I'm gonna make a variable, I'll make a variable called, I don't know, I'll call it like short A, and that is going to be, I'll set that equal to a.substring starting at position 1. Well, so that is going to give me, I said wrote substring, that is going to give me A without the first character. And then, because I'm a slow typer, I am going to do a little cut and paste here. So I'm going to have another variable called short B. It is going to be the shortened version of B, and starting from the first character. Then I'm just going to return those concatenated together. Return short A concatenated with short B, and that is it. And then I'll just run this guy. Boom, and look at that. It's all correct. So it tells me these various examples and what's expected and what happens when you run it, and it says okay for all these cases, and all correct. Now I could have done this actually in one line of code. I could have just said return a.substring starting at 1, and I'm sure you had figured this out already, plus b.substring starting at 1. That'll also work. It's also all correct. Now, if I did not do something correct, I don't know, for like, I don't know, let's say I accidentally added a space or something like that, and I run it, you can see that it tells me that it doesn't work. So again, when you do these coding bats, you're not writing a whole program. All you're doing is writing some method, and you're getting past some input parameters, and those are specified in the parentheses, and you're returning something. In this case, you're returning a string. Hopefully that's enough to get you started. So do a whole lot more string 1 coding bats. You're going to love these things.